Well, hey folks, and welcome to Solarcabin channel. I've got a great little tiny wood stove, and this is made by Guide Gear, and I got this to go in my project that I'm working on right now, which is a Shepherd Wagon Vardo. And some of you that might have been watching my videos knows that I'm building that. You can see I've got the floor frame all built, and I'm building a Shepherd Wagon in the back of that trailer right there. And if you want to follow that progress, I'll put the link down to the videos to that in the comments. Now, this wood stove I got because, for one thing, I need something small, and I wanted something that was sturdy and also had the looks of an old sheep herder wagon wood stove. And these are used a lot for that. They're also used. They're primarily designed for tents. Not the little flimsy tents that we all sleep in, but camping tents that are designed for off-grid living, basically, that have the openings to put the stovepipe through. So that's what these are designed for, but they can also be used for emergency heat or backup heat and backup cooking for off-grid livers. So I think this is a really neat little project. So let me tell you about this. For one thing, this is it's steel plate. Okay. Now some of these stoves you can find online are actually sheet metal. Sheet metal isn't going to hold up. This is steel plate, and it's actually good thick, about a 1/16 inch steel plate from what I measured. Okay, 1/16 inch steel plate. That's a good solid stove. This weighs about 47 pounds altogether, and it has a flat cooktop, as you can see. Good flat cooktop, so you can heat up water to cook. And it comes with the stovepipe, about 7 feet of stovepipe, and I just got the top section hooked up to it now, but that has a flash diverter on top up there, okay, so that if when your smoke and your sparks go up, that's called a spark arrestor. If the sparks hit that, then they'll go out instead of going out of the top of the pipe. So you want to have a spark arrestor on it. It comes with about 7 feet of pipe. And it has a good, like I said, it's a good plate steel stove all the way around. Good plate steel stove. It has what appears to be a cast iron. I'm pretty sure that's a cast iron door, and good hinges on it. Cast iron's good material for a door because it'll hold up. Has some weight to it, and it has 2 draft controls. It has a top draft control which can slide, and it has a bottom draft control that can slide. It has a door handle with a spring on it. And the firebox, I would say, is big enough that you could easily put in about 2 or 3 3-inch logs, which should last you about 3 or 4 hours, depending on how hot you want to burn it. And in a small place, you're not going to burn it very hot. You're basically just burning it real slow to keep the chill off. The door does come with a good fire seal, and this is something that a lot of them don't include. This has a good fire seal on it. Everything, all the materials and equipment that come with it are well made. And I can tell you this, having lived with wood stoves pretty much all my life, and I've used everything from cast iron stoves to steel stoves, this is a well-made stove. All the stuff that they supply with it is very well made, the same stuff you would find on pretty much any commercial stove. The pipe is especially I'm impressed with, because this is heavy-duty pipe, if you can see the edge. This is not that cheap aluminum crap that they send with some stoves that won't last or will break apart and leak. This is good, heavy-duty steel stovepipe. It's nice, and you can see that this is the end that's actually supposed to go next to the stove. This one actually has your interior draft control. That's what this is here, so you can adjust how much heat and smoke you want going up the chimney. You use this and the draft controls on front to adjust the temperature. When you're starting, you usually open up a draft all the way up that way and open up those drafts down there all the way open, so that the air will go in and get the fire lit really good. Then once the fire is lit, then you'll close this down a little ways and you'll close those down a little ways so that it's not getting so much oxygen. Slow the fire down, so then you get a lot longer burn. Now, this also does come with what they call a coal shovel or coal rake, which is this unit here. Really nice model, and you just reach in that way when you're cleaning it out. You pull the old coals out of the front and put them in a safe container and make sure they're out dead cold before you get rid of them. But this is what's used. That's what this is called, is a coal shovel or coal rake. And you also get a poker. They also send you a poker to go with it. and this is for when your fire is getting down, you want to move the wood around, to make room to put in some more wood. You use this and just reach through the door, move the wood around, and then you can add in more wood. Now, I put this together in less than an hour. It is very well made. I am very impressed with the manufacturing on this unit. All the drill hole screws, the screw holes, were all lined up perfectly. The screws went in by finger, and then I just had to tighten them up. The only thing they didn't include is a hex wrench, which you will need, a 3/16 inch hex wrench. Would have been nice if they included that in the package, but it doesn't. But most people probably have one. But if you're putting this together up in the canyon, you better be sure that you have a hex wrench with you, because you need it for the bolts. And so make sure you have a 3/16 inch hex wrench. And then the door is already attached. You don't have to worry about attaching that. It already comes attached with that. And everything is packed. This is designed to be portable. So all of the stovepipe and this unit and everything, it stores right inside the wood stove. Okay, so you can store it all in there. And even the legs will go in there if you want to detach them. And then the whole thing is portable and weighs about 47 pounds. So if you want, you can take this up with you and then set it up wherever your campground is. And it could be even used outside for heating and cooking if you want to use it for an outside space like that, or in a tent, or I'm going to be using it in my shepherd wagon. Now, the bolts are, like I said, go in really easily on this, and all you have to attach is the legs. And you just put two bolts and tighten them up with the hex wrench on both legs, or all 4 legs. And then you have to insert the collar, and the collar goes in from the inside of the stove, and then it's bolted from the top. And then the stovepipe just slides over it. Now, if you want to seal this a little bit better, I would recommend maybe something like the aluminum muffler tape or something like that. You can go right around the seals. I haven't burned this off yet. I suspect there probably won't be much leaking, because of the way these stovepipes are made, they're real tight fit. But that's just some advice from a guy who's used these kind of portable wood stoves before. So what I need to do now, what you will need to do if you get one of these, is you want to do a first burn outside. And that's why I've got this sitting out here. I'm going to move it over here on this cement here in a little while. And I'm going to do my first burn outside, because they paint these. They're actually heat enameled with a black wood stove type paint. I think it's an enamel is what it is. And when you first burn them, they put off a smell and can be kind of nasty to breathe in. And so you want to do your first burn before you install it anywhere. Do your first burn outside. Let it burn off completely. Get it good and hot and burn off completely. Then once it's been burned off, you can put it wherever you're going to use it, in your tent or your small cabin or your shepherd wagon like I'm building. Alright, I think these are a great little unit. I'll try to show it from the side here. And a good size. And I'll just give you the dimensions real quick here. Okay, this is approximately 11 3/4 inches wide on the outside, and about 17 3/4 inches long. Okay, and it sits up with the feet on it. It sits up approximately 16 inches, about 16 inches from the front. So that's a good size for a real small portable stove. Well made, and good sheet steel, panel steel, and very good. Very impressed with the flue pipe that they sent along with this. And so I'm going to do off my first burn, and then they also have an accessory kit available, which I wasn't aware when I ordered it, so I had to order it separately when I found out. They have an accessory kit that has 2 racks that go in those holes on both sides, and those racks can be used for heating up food. When you've got it real hot on here and you want to just keep it warm, you can set it over on the rack and to keep your food warm. Or those racks are excellent for, like, if you want to warm up your socks and gloves and clothing. You can just set them next to the fire without setting them right on the stove where they might burn. You set them on the racks. It also comes, the accessory kit also comes with a grate, and that's what I really want, because if you put wood directly on a steel plate stove like this, you may have a problem eventually with it burning through. Even on steel plate, it can burn through. So the grate goes inside that, sits on the bottom. That gets oxygen underneath the stove, underneath the wood, and also prevents a burnout. Now, I do recommend, because I've used wood stoves for a long time, always leave at least an inch of ash in the bottom of your stove. Don't remove all the ash all the time. Always let there be a buildup of about an inch in the bottom of your stove. That protects the bottom of the stove from a burnout. If you do that, your stoves will last a real long time, even without a grate. And you could also get silica sand or fire brick tile if you want to put something like that in there. I'm getting the grate because I like the rack idea, and I can get the racks and the grate for $40, and the stove was $129 on Amazon, or you can get it directly from Guide Gear their website. Same price for both, and I got free shipping from Amazon, and I was already getting some other stuff, so I bought mine from Amazon, and I've got the accessory kit coming from Amazon. So now I just need to do the first burn on this, and then when I get the racks, the accessory kit, and the grate, and before I put this into the Shepherd wagon, I will show you how it is set up again with the accessories. Alright folks, I hope you enjoyed this little tiny wood stove. I think it is a great wood stove for small structures, emergency heating or emergency backup cooking, something like that. It looks like it will last a long time and is well made. So I'm going to give it a 5-star rating. Alright folks, have a great day. Be sure and go by my website, simplesolarhomesteading.com. I am starting a contest for off-grid houses that move, and you'll want to check that out. It is a design contest, free to enter and free to submit your designs, with some really neat prizes coming. And also be sure and watch my other videos, because I'm doing this Shepherd Wagon Vardo. You don't want to miss out on that, because it is really a neat project. Make sure you like and subscribe to my channel. Like the video and subscribe to my channel. Alright folks, have a great day.